Hey guys, Lindsay with Empower Movement Physical Therapy. One of the other causes of low back pain that we see quite a bit here in the clinic is a misalignment of the pelvis, or even just the muscles that attach to the pelvis aren't pulling symmetrically, which can result in low back and SI pain. So typically you'll see pain on either side of the low back, or pain right where, like, kind of like the top of your butt crack, like right like in here. And that can be due to either side of your pelvis getting a little bit on the rotated side. This can happen especially like if you take a step that's like larger than what you expect it to be. So let's say you're at your kid's baseball game, you're walking to the end of the bleachers, you go to step off the bleachers, and you're like, oh hey, I'm on the second level instead of the first, and it's like this extra big drop, and that can cause a little bit of a shift or even a rotation. And there's some ways that you can use your own muscle power to help bring things back into alignment and make them feel a little bit better and relieve some of that pressure. So this is a two-step process. So first, if you use a ball or a folded pillow, you're gonna lay on your back and then put the ball between your knees, and you're gonna squeeze your knees together as hard as you can, as long as it doesn't hurt. Give it a good hard squeeze. Hold it for 5 seconds and then relax it. And then do that again and hold it for 5 seconds. Contract your abdominals as well, like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. Get a good hard squeeze and then relax. And then do that one more time. Sometimes when you're doing this, you might even get a little pop or a crack, and that is entirely fine. When joints make noise, that means they're moving, so that's okay. So after you do 5 of those, get up, retest whatever seems to be a little sore, see if that just takes care of it. What that ends up doing is it helps open up your pelvis from the backside and will allow things to get back to where they need to be. If that doesn't change things, then you can bring out the next step and try to rotate it back. So you can use a stick, you can use a broomstick, golf club, whatever works for you. And then you're gonna put one leg over the top, the other leg underneath, and hold on to both ends so that the stick doesn't move. Push your top leg down and your bottom leg up, so you're doing equal opposing forces so then nothing moves. Hold that for 5 seconds and then relax. And same deal, you're gonna do that 3 times, 5 seconds. So then, the next question is, well, Lindsay, how do I know which leg to put where? So when you come in and see us, we can look and see what your alignment issue is, and we can tell you which one to do. However, the good news is that your pelvis is going to figure out where home is. You have a very specific alignment within where your tailbone meets your hips. So if you are doing the wrong leg on top, you're still activating muscles to get things moving. So what you can actually do is pick a leg, put one leg on top, put the other leg on the bottom, get up, move around. You should feel better pretty much right away, or at least a little bit better, a little bit different. And then what you can do is, if you're like, meh, maybe a little bit better, but I'm not really sure, go the other way. Put the other leg on top, the other leg on the bottom, do 3 sets of 5-second holds, and then see if that helps. So either way, you really can't get yourself in even more bad alignment, because again, your pelvis is gonna know where it needs to actually go. But this can take some convincing. So if you feel just a little bit better, do it again. Then you can repeat this a few times if you need to, or do it a few times, go do some more normal activity, come back and do it again. So sometimes our bodies get used to being in a certain position for a long time, and it takes a little extra convincing. So you may have to do this more than once. Usually I recommend to people to do it at least 3 times per day for a few days, just to make sure that you're reinforcing where things need to go. So give it a try, and if things are sticking around, give us a holler and we'd be happy to help you out. Thanks guys.